Minecrafters, guess what? It is Kimise. I'm back for another episode of KimiseCraft, and I know it's been a little bit longer than I expected. Life has been busy, and I'm just now finally getting into work, or should I say, work on the server, and I'm super excited to have you guys here with me today. So if you're looking around, you're thinking, we saw this before. Yes, we did. We cleared this area out last time, and we did a lot of work, but let me kind of show you what else has been going on since last time I got to show you guys. Ooh, check it out. Yes, with the help of Whoops, a guy on the server, one of our awesome server mates, we cleared this out of all the water. It took a lot of sand, took a lot of patience, took a lot of sponging, you know, and a lot of help. But we got it down, and isn't this pretty awesome, guys? We have totally uncovered the ocean monument now. This is very, very sweet. And what do we want to do in this episode, guys? We want to create I want to create a guardian farm. Now, first things first, guys, and I'll be honest with you, I love this. This is so awesome. Got all the glass laid out, everything's rocking and rolling. But honestly, the monument, guys, gotta go. Yes, I don't need this, but it's great because it's going to give me a ton of materials. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get all my stuff going. Like I've got my pickaxes ready to go. I've got some shulker boxes ready to fill up with materials. You know, I don't think I need all my shovels, but I went ahead and got them all set up and ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get running through this, and then as soon as we're done with this, we're going to sit back and I'm going to bring it back in. We're going to talk about design and how this monument is going to make us a ton of materials. Oh yeah, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in a quick bit. Woo. Hey guys, what looks different here? Oh yeah, we have totally collapsed out the monument. And just to give you guys an idea of the scale, I left the doors. Yep, those were the front doors I had put at the monument for me to swim in right there and protect ourselves and to clear everything out. And this is the total size of the monument. That's just for easy access up there. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's talk farms. So what do we want to get out of this? Well, not only do I want to get a guardian farm out of this, but I want to get an XP farm out of this because you can get tons of XP out of guardians. Also, if you're using a looting sword, looting 3 sword, you're going to get a whole lot more drops out of the guardians. Right? Right. Okay. So what are we going to do? Well, we are going to do a basic. Well, is it really basic? I don't know. I mean, what we're going to do is see, for instance, the way guardians spawn is they spawn within the confines, okay, within the confines of the guardian monument. Now, the monument, it goes from this corner to that corner to that corner to that corner. That is the size of the monument all the way up to the water level, which is where the top is, okay? Now, notice, if we were to go down here underneath the monument, no guardians, right? Because guardians do not spawn underneath the monument. Pretty interesting, right? So basically, this is not considered as part of the monument down here underneath it. So we don't get any guardian spawns under here, which is great. Apparently we get glow squids, but hey, that's not what we're searching for. We are getting ready to do a whole lot of work here to get guardians. Now, how do we want to build this farm? Well, if there's a few considerations, okay? First off, we want all the guardians to drop into a central chamber. So what we're going to do is we're going to create spawning tanks. We're going to create spawning tanks that go all the way around here. I'm not sure how big I'm going to make them. I'm not sure how many I'm going to make. But I do want to take in consideration spawning depth. Like, for instance, I believe you got to be around, oh, I don't know. I got to look it up again. But I believe you need to be around at least 20 blocks away for something to spawn, okay? Now, what that means is we'll make our tanks out around here. Now, what we want to do though is we want to get those guardians out of the tanks as quickly as possible and into a drop zone, because when we go to kill the guardians, we want them to die with a single swing, very easily, very simple, okay? And so what we're going to be doing though is we're going to be having a drop zone right about here where the doors are. I think this is a good spot for it. So we're going to be building tanks all around here, okay? And we might just start with 3 tanks. And what that's going to do is that's going to transport the guardians down in here. We're going to drop them down in here. We are going to have a stairway that goes down into our kill zone. where we can walk up with our sword and we can start killing it. And the reason why we're making it go down is we need to be able to drop those guardians down 32 blocks. Okay, now sea level, okay, which is how high we're going to take them up. Okay, sea level right now, okay, is at level 63. Okay, you can see that there in my HUD, right there above my level. It's level 63. Down here is level 40. Okay, so that's 23 blocks. That means we got to go down 10 more blocks. So we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so right about here, guys. Right about here is where our stairway is going to stop. Okay, so we're going to create a stairway. I think it'd be nice and epic and grand to do this. We're going to create a stairway that goes underwater. Well, it's not going to be in water because we're going to clear the water out, okay? We're going to have a stairway right here, okay, that takes us down to our kill chamber, okay? And our kill chamber is going to be, again, right where those doors are. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like with maybe 3 tanks, and then we're going to expand it to more tanks, depending if we think that's going to increase our spawn rates, right? Now, by taking us 10 down and keeping us away from those around 20 blocks or so, what that's going to hopefully do is give us plenty of space or distance so that we will be getting a ton of spawns. That way we'll have a ton of guardians in the farm at all times, so we can get tons of XP, so we can get tons of drops. One of the other things I want to do is I want to have a railroad system that comes in here that links us to our home island, so we can have a railroad. So for instance, you know, if we keep on going north, we'll have a railroad that goes to our main island. We're going to add a railroad that goes over here to Whoops's place and everything. And those are kind of the plans. So I'm really super excited. But it's going to take a lot of work. We got to get a whole bunch of soul sand. And you know what? We might just start with one spawning chamber just to get started with. Yeah, we might just start with one spawning chamber just to get started with, to make proof of concept, because adding additional spawning chambers will be pretty easy. I definitely want to do them out of glass because I want to see those guys spawn and zip up and zip down, because I think it's just going to be absolutely awesome. I want to be able to stand up here and watch all my guardians pop up and just start falling down the center. Okay, guys? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get after this so that we can go ahead and get these guardians going, because man, I am stoked, super stoked about this farm. Okay, so guys, this is Kimise. I'll be back here in just a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back and I want to show you what type of progress we have been making. So first off, guys, I went ahead and got our staircase worked out, and I'm liking it. I think it's pretty good. We go down the staircase and we have this place where guardians fall. Look, we've already seen a few fall. Pretty cool. Yep, and they'll be shooting down here. Now, we're probably going to make some adjustments here. You know, I still haven't gotten to that far yet, but we have this really great chute in which, as the guardians spawn and get pushed over, they'll push over here. Now, let me show you what's going on up here. You know, what I've done is I've started to make some spawn chambers. We've got one here, okay, that's where that one guardian came from, right? I've got another one coming up here, and we're going to make them going all the way across the back so that we have plenty of places for these guys to start spawning in. I just need to go ahead and get some more glass. So basically, let me show you how we did this. Pretty basic system. What I did is I went ahead and used some glass panes to go ahead and go all the way up the side. I went ahead and laid down soul sand. Hey. Now, if you remember what soul sand does, is it causes a bubble column, in which mobs and objects and things get pushed straight up. So for instance, let's see if we can get this. Okay, so for instance, you know, if we have a guardian spawn, I think we're plenty far enough away for a guardian to spawn right now, okay? But for instance, if a guardian spawns in that area, and right now that's the only place a guardian can spawn at the moment because of his location, okay? Because of the bubble columns, we're going to go ahead and push him up straight up. Now, I think I'm getting slow spawns just because it's a really narrow area, and so that's one of the reasons why I want to go ahead and do this, because this one's going to be 4x8, and I think we'll get a whole lot more spawning going on right here. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I'm going to go ahead and get this one going. But I'm going to need some more soul sand for that. So basically, it pushes them up there. Let me show you the mechanism that we got going, because it works pretty well. Okay, So for instance, they get pushed up and they go boom, boom, boom right up here into this particular area. In fact, what it does is push them into this. Now we use gates, so they go flying past the gates and they hit this water stream right here, which will then push them down this way, all the way into the death chamber. Okay, so that's where we're going. Guess Mr. Orangeface built a gold farm. Good for him. Gosh, I feel like I'm not getting anything done this season. Well, at least we're going to get this done, right? And so that's going to push them down all the way down here and drop them down there for us to go ahead and take advantage of that. Now, I may have done this just a little bit too low. We'll see. You know, I mean, I've already gotten a few guardians through it already, so I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm feeling bad about it or anything. You know, it's working. You know, the job is definitely going on. But, you know, I mean, sometimes, you know, you want the guard. We don't want the guardians low. Plus, if you go ahead and have a roof over the spawn places, that actually helps with the guardians spawning and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why we do this. So to go ahead and finish this up, I gotta get a glass so I can do glass panes. I've got to get fence posts at least 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 24 fence posts for this area, because they need to get swept up and pushed along that way. And I also need to get some soul sand. Like if you notice, I don't have a soul sand for this area, but soul sand should be pretty easy to go. I just have to make a quick trip to the nether to go grab some soul sand. And then once we get a space like this, that's going to allow us to do some other things which will be pretty cool, such as getting the guardians to spawn in a mob. Like right now they can't spawn in a gang because the space is too low, but here we'll be able to get them spawn in a gang. And then if we make 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, I think we'll get a really good spawn rate from our guardians right now. So yeah, absolutely, I think this is going to work out. I just got to get to working on it. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab some of those resources that I just told you I needed, and then we're going to get back and we're going to get to work on this area right here and get more of it done. Okay, so guys, this is Kimise. I'm going to see you guys here in just a little bit. Hey guys, I am back, and I just want to give you an update. I have done a lot of work, but still much work has to get done. So let's go ahead and let me catch up. It's been a few days since the last episode, and as usual, when I start to record, it becomes night. So let's go ahead and click that off, and let me catch you up on everything that's been going on. We have gotten a ton of work done, and it's been a few days since I last talked to you, and check it out. Look at all those scrumptious guardians just falling down. Not quite to their death. So not everything in this plan is exactly worked out the way we wanted to, but there's been some good things that have happened, which I'm pretty excited about. So first off, let me just kind of give you a quick run. Last time we were here, we were talking about building these spawning silos, and went ahead and got 5 of them loaded. A really large one for pack spawning, as you're watching pack spawn as we talk. Isn't that awesome? Okay. And these bigger ones that'll take pack spawning, and then with small ones on the side. Okay. So basically, this is my own design. I've never put anything together. I'm just using a couple of principles that we are familiar with, that we've seen from other great Minecrafters, such as Iskal, using the bubble columns to take whatever spawns straight up. Now, this is not going to be efficient as if we did a full bubble type of thing right here. It just wouldn't work, unfortunately, for the simple fact that we've narrowed the amount of spawn spaces down. Okay, so that does narrow down the efficiency. So are we going to get as fast as spawning rates as I have on other versions of this farm? No. And also, because of my proximity, I got to make sure I'm at the best possible location for them to spawn, like right there, so that we can get a ton of these birds. So check it out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show you what's been going. Oh, there's Orangeface, and you know what? I don't even have any rockets. Let's go grab some rockets. Okay? I'll have to talk to Orangeface here in a minute. He knows I'm recording. Yeah, I've been back and forth on the server all day, and it's been great. By the way, guys, if you did not catch us earlier, we were streaming earlier, and we had a great time streaming, you know. So if you are not catching our streams, make sure you go on to twitch.tv and find Kimise Gaming, and we stream some Minecraft every Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it was Sunday afternoon, right? Okay, that doesn't go there. That goes there. Okay? And we also do some Wizard 101 and some Pirate 101 a few other times a week, okay? So let me kind of show you. So I've shown you the 5 spawning chambers, which is great. Now you'll notice we're getting some pretty good spawns over here and over here because I covered up the areas, and also in these corner ones when they get around to it. That is a trick to these types of farms. You usually get better spawn rates when they're when you have the tub covered up. I don't know why, or at least you used to. I mean, that might have changed in the code. Now you'll notice I use a very simple trick that you can find on the standard bubble elevator guardian farms, where they bubble up, and when they get popped up, we use some gates to go ahead and give us a water stream, and they follow that water stream down. We put ice there so they move down it a little bit quicker, and what they do is they flow all the way down it here to this central zone right here, and they fall straight down. Yes. Okay, and boom. Now the idea is that they're supposed to die at the level I have them at. They're just supposed to die, and we're supposed to get drops from them. Now that hasn't been working out. I'll tell you why that hasn't quite been working out the way. Leave me alone, guys. It's because you'll notice right here I use glass panes because I was being cheap. Yep. Resources have I've been having to fight for every resource I've had this season because I haven't had a chance to build some of the farms I usually do. So I was trying to save resources. Instead of just using glass blocks, I use glass panes. And there's some inefficiencies in the farm because of it, okay? So that's something to be aware of, guys, I'm probably going to come back through here and replace that all with just regular glass because it's going to work so much better, okay? But other than that, it's working pretty good. Like, look at all this I'm getting, okay? Look at all these spawns that are coming through. Also, a big thanks to Whoops, who gave us a beacon, a couple beacons. In fact, for a farm like this, a really good beacon to have, or should we say, good beacon effects to have. Let me show you. Is regeneration. Now, resistance is also good, although not nearly as bad. I mean, that's usually really good for things like poison. But regeneration, excellent. I guess resistance is good for thorns. I don't know. I've never thought about that. And strength is also useful because you're hitting things. It's a farm that you're like striking things to get stuff out of. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the doors to the original monument, so you know exactly where everything is. Okay. Now let me come down here and show you. So basically, since I use panes, they when they fall, instead of falling straight down and dying, they hit things and that breaks their fall, and so they just don't die straight up. But check it out. Boom. Yep, there we go. Okay, lots of XP when they start stacking up, and we're getting quite a few of them dying. You know, you see, just like that. You know, but too many of them are surviving. So we either need to lower it or we need to figure out how to fix it so that when they do strike, they die. Okay, so that's something I got to be. I also went ahead and put this in here. This is supposed to be XP mode, where you can just like slide those in there, hit them for XP, right? And there you go. Now what I need to do is I need to put a little roof up here because you notice how it kept hitting me up. When I hit them, those thorns strike me and go, and boom, he's bouncing along. Yeah, exactly. So a couple of minor things that we need to do to go and fix this. And of course, we don't want to use that. You know, that's there, and I have this little space which is useful to get rid of those guys that we don't need. Now, the collection system is pretty good, but because of those inefficiencies again, using walls instead of like blocks or something, we end up having quite a bit fall out. So I've been picking them up for right now, but that's something I do need to fix quickly. And I've made a multi-chest system. I'm not sorting the stuff because, you know what, it'll be fine, because I'm going to be converting most of these to prismarine or to lanterns or to bricks. You know, as soon as I get them, and if I start getting some good sources of ink, then I'll also be making dark prismarine. Part of the reason why the roofs weren't done up top was I'm missing dark prismarine. Now, if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget you can help support the channel by going to my Patreon, link in the description, and join. Another way you can help me and support the channel is to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already hit it. Now, things I really like about the farm and how they turned out, and I got those guys over there. I'll deal with those guys later. Is the windows, so you can actually see everything moving. I love that because I like to see them spawn and fly up, and I especially like to see them come down and fall down the center. And I don't know, see, that's just me. I just love seeing these guys like get stumbled all apart, you know, because it shows you how well it's working. I love to see the action in it. Things I would change: not use panes, not use walls in these critical areas, so that we don't lose the efficiency of getting these guys where they need to go so we can go ahead and finish them off. Very good. Now, things I want to do is I want to go ahead and build a couple structures in here. So if you guys got a cool ocean monument thing that looks pretty neat, or a structure that you made with Prismarine, let me know. I'm thinking about maybe making a farm here. I'm not quite sure. Like, unfortunately, what biome are we in right now? We are in a deep, cold ocean. Okay, well, tropical fish is not going to be on the itinerary, but wouldn't it be great if we had a kelp farm right here? Ooh, I don't know if we'd be able to do that. It would not be a safe place now that I think about that. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. That is the farm. I'm going to make some improvements, but for right now, it's working. We can get XP out of it. I can get resources out of it, which is exactly what I need. Next episode, we got to go back to the shopping center, shopping district. We need to build some custom trees. We need to go ahead and get a shop for our Prismarine. And, you know, we need to go ahead and get some stuff going. So, guys, thanks so much for your patience. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I hope everybody's enjoyed the episode. Hit that like button if you did. But, guys, unfortunately, that's all the time I have for tonight. This is Kimise. Thank you so much for a great week. I hope you have an excellent week as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.